To belong is a universal human need. To be loved and protected, to be part of a larger family or social group is our heritage and our birthright. Throughout our lives, we depend on family and community to nurture and protect us, to support and befriend us, to help us in need, and to provide those precious opportunities for us to help each other. Our identity is shaped by our network of belonging. Our families, workplaces, clubs, and congregations are all places we weave our connections, discovering, experimenting, creating a place to belong. The belonging in this congregation, our presence in this beloved community, is real and powerful, and this belonging can make a significant difference in our lives. As researcher Peter Block has written, quote, "Community calls for us to acknowledge our interdependence. To belong is to act as an investor, owner, and creator of this place, to be welcome even if we are strangers, and in return to create a network of hospitality and generosity to create, strengthen, and restore our communities." I'm going to take a pause. I completely forgot to ask Bill if there were any joys and sorrows on Zoom. Were there?
No.
Oh, okay, all right. We don't want to leave anybody out of community. Sometimes, obviously we're having some script malfunctions today, but that's okay. Because this is a community of compassion and grace. This congregation and our entire Unitarian Universalist religious movement is based on a principle of authentic belonging, membership freely chosen and freely entered into, coming together as a community where our uniqueness and our searching are honored. And that is what people are seeking when they come through these doors. We are all seekers in some way. We arrive here each time we arrive seeking a home where we can belong, seeking a place for ourselves with a need to be accepted by those who have arrived before us. A core responsibility of membership, of ownership, is to sustain the institution and carry out its purposes. Another responsibility, just as important, is to provide a place for the newcomer, welcoming those who bring their presence, their skills and talents, their doubts and questions and needs to enrich and enliven this community. When someone takes the risk, and it is a risk, when someone takes a risk to come through our door, they ask, "What sort of religion is this? Is this somewhere I can belong? Will the people here be open to me? Will they be the ones who share my questions, my doubts, my convictions, my dreams? Are these the people who will accept me as I am, not conditioned on my doing or saying the right things, loving the right person, or wearing the right clothes? Can I be my authentic self here as I really am?" And we hope that our answer is always a resounding yes, yes. And on the other side of this relationship of belonging, what does the congregation ask of our members? Well, first we ask that you accept the premises of our Unitarian Universalist faith based on the 6 core values: justice, equity, transformation, pluralism, interdependence, and generosity, centered in the power of love. Our faith is inspired by our direct experience of transcending mystery and wonder, and by the sacred, secular, and scientific understandings that help us make meaning and live into our values. We honor the diversity of our beliefs, and we do not believe there is a single truth with a capital T. In this place, we are all seekers, all on our own pathways of understanding. Here we learn from each other in our free and responsible search for truth and meaning. And then second, new members, we ask for your commitment. Our UU congregations are independent nonprofit institutions created and sustained by their members. Members democratically participate to elect those who lead, and in the decisions and commitments we make together, which is why we're having a budget hearing this afternoon. It is members who create the programs we offer, who create this beloved community and who provide a place for the newcomer, welcoming those who arrive to explore, to see whether they belong here. And woven throughout every aspect of our belonging here is the joy of connection. In this community, we celebrate together our progress through life, our successes and challenges, and the joyful events that lift our spirits. In community, we share the burdens, our losses and sorrows as we support each other through the hard times. In community, we share our joys, and in community, we create a garden of belonging, growing and blossoming together. And so, as we welcome our newest members, we celebrate today the beloved tradition of the flower ceremony, which was created over a century ago by the Reverend Norbert Čapek, a Baptist minister who was born in 1870 in Czechoslovakia. Čapek was persecuted in his homeland for his liberal teachings and writings, so he fled to the United States in 1914 at the start of the First World War. He met and married another Czech expatriate, Margret A, and together they joined the Unitarian Church in Orange, New Jersey. Who would have thought? After the war, the family moved back to Prague and founded what grew to become the world's largest Unitarian church with a membership of 3,200. That is a big church. In 1923, Reverend Čapek introduced the flower communion to his congregation as a spiritual ritual to celebrate the Unitarian belief that each individual is unique as each flower is unique, and we create a unified faith community by celebrating that diversity in unity, unity in diversity. Maya returned to the United States when the Nazis occupied Czechoslovakia in 1939, but Norbert, then 70 years old, chose to remain in his homeland. His church, known by the name Unitaria, grew in that time of oppression. In 1941, he was arrested and sent to Dachau concentration camp, where he was executed in 1942. Stories from that time of his imprisonment in the concentration camp are that he continued to minister, to support, to help others during that time. Čapek's wife Maya introduced the flower communion to Unitarian churches in the United States, and we continue to celebrate this ritual, that explains the flowers, in the spirit of memory, hope, and love. These flowers, a gentle symbol of beauty, diversity, and unity, have the power to memorialize the life and commitment of a courageous religious leader and the commitment of all those who sacrifice for a larger cause, for love.